Hey everyone, Vince here from Haggerty's Music. Today we're talking about something a little more philosophical in nature, and that's this idea of balance. We need balance in our day-to-day lives. And when you think of ancient Chinese philosophy, we've heard the term yin and yang before. The idea that two opposing interconnected forces can exist simultaneously, and both exist within each other. There's positive in the negative, and there's negative within the positive. Both are needed to develop a healthy worldview. We need this sort of dialectical mindset to understand that two opposing or conflicting truths can exist at the same time and our life can still be good. Yin and yang. There's positive in the negative. There's negative in the positive. When we compromise, we accept something positive at the cost of something that might not be our preference. And when the negative happens, we try to look for silver linings, the positives at the end of the road. Enter these two acoustic guitars. Not quite as complex as some philosophical mindsets, but definitely has a similar amount of depth. These two custom mades that were given to us by Taylor really kind of represent that idea of yin and yang. In both of these guitars, there's almost a conflicting, opposing tonewood selection. This one is a Koa top, back, and sides, which is known for being very dark and rich. And this one has a maple top, back, and sides, which is very bright and pronounced when cutting through a mix of some music. But what's interesting, and kind of relating back to the idea of yin and yang, where positive is in the negative and negative is in the positive, the Koa guitar has maple binding, and the maple guitar has Koa binding. Interesting, wouldn't you say? Let's talk about the yin first, shall we? As you can see, it's a very, very beautiful guitar. It's a custom Grand Auditorium body shape from Taylor Guitars, and it has a AA Flame Koa top, back, and sides. Just look at that. How exquisite. Other features of the guitar, we have an abalone rosette and a bound sound hole, polished bone bridge pins, which is a really cool touch, and beautiful green abalone reflections inlays. And to include the idea of yang in this guitar, this acoustic is double bound with maple wood along the binding and on the beveled armrest. There's also a maple plate on the back of the headstock. A very nice touch. And sticking with our philosophical perspective, the yin is known for darkness, and that's exactly what you'll get when playing this guitar. The Koa wood on the top, back, and sides really brings forth a rich low end, which really gives a nice dark moodiness to whatever you're playing. And now we move on to the yang guitar, and for all intents and purposes, it could seem like yin's opposite, but has a lot of complementary features. This guitar features a Bearclaw Sitka Spruce top and beautiful flame big leaf maple on the back and sides. This one, having maple back and sides, features Koa binding, unlike yin, which is Koa top, back, and sides, and maple binding. You still have a beautiful abalone rosette and a bound Koa sound hole, polished bone bridge pins, and the green abalone reflections inlay. And just like how yin has the maple backplate on the back of the headstock, yang has a Koa backplate on the back of the headstock. So you're starting to get our idea now. Complementary yet conflicting features. Balance, positive in the negative, negative in the positive. If yin is dark and negative, then yang is bright and positive. And boy, is that ever true. Big leaf maple is known for its bright tonal flavor. It's great for cutting through the mix if you're playing with multiple guitar players. So you get plenty of brightness whenever you're playing. And as for positivity, I think we can all agree that if you had this guitar, there'd be plenty of positivity to go around. Well, there you have it, folks. The dialectical duo of guitar craftsmanship. Two superbly built custom guitars from Taylor. Which did you think sound better? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.